Travel isn't just about packing a suitcase. It's about packing your heart with curiosity and letting the world surprise you. For as long as I can remember, I felt a persistent dream calling me from across the continent. Russia, a land so vast, so mysterious, and so often misunderstood. I pictured snow-dusted onion domes, grand tsars, and epic train journeys across endless plains. This dream was a longing to understand, to see beyond headlines and history books. I wanted to meet the people whose stories are woven into that enormous country. I imagined sipping tea with a babushka in a wooden dacha, standing in Red Square, feeling the weight of centuries. Preparing for the trip was an adventure. Tracing the Trans-Siberian Railway on a map, learning a few Russian words. Spasibo, privet, little keys to a new world. The anticipation was a bubbling excitement mixed with nerves. Was it everything I imagined? I was about to find out. With a heart full of hope and a suitcase of warm jumpers, I set off. I was ready to embrace the unknown, to let Russia reveal its secrets to me. This wasn't about ticking a place off a list. It was about connection. It was about seeing the world with fresh eyes and an open heart. My Russian adventure was finally beginning. I couldn't wait to see what lay ahead. The moment the plane touched down in Moscow, a shiver of excitement ran down my spine. Stepping out, the air felt different, crisp, charged with energy. My first impression wasn't of a grey, imposing place, but a city buzzing with life. The language swirled around me, melodic and powerful. Faces from all walks of life rushed by, their breath misting in the cool air. The architecture was my first real taste of Russia, grand, ornate, unapologetically bold. The Seven Sisters skyscrapers stood like Gothic giants, whispering tales of a complex past. Even the metro stations were palaces, chandeliers, marble, mosaics, a subterranean museum. The people were reserved, but a quiet warmth shone through once you broke the ice. A woman on the metro saw me struggling with the map, pointed to my stop and smiled. No words needed. That small gesture made me feel seen and welcomed. Russia began to reveal its true character, stunning contrasts, grandeur beside modern energy. The initial seriousness of the people melted away to reveal kindness. Russia doesn't give away its secrets at once. You have to be patient, look closer. And I knew, with every fiber of my being, I was going to love peeling back the layers of this enchanting land. My journey had truly begun. Moscow was my first great Russian love affair. Standing in Red Square for the first time was unforgettable. The stern Kremlin walls on one side, the whimsical domes of St. Basil's on the other. I turned in a slow circle, trying to absorb the history beneath my feet. My days in Moscow were a whirlwind, wandering through the gum department store, exploring the Kremlin's ancient cathedrals. The weight of history was palpable, echoes of Tsars, Soviets, and revolution. My most unique adventure was visiting Star City, where cosmonauts train. I saw centrifuges, giant pools for spacewalks, and even met a real cosmonaut. Humble, passionate, a reminder of Russia's contribution to exploration. Moscow was more than monuments. It was a city of stories. Every street, every face held a tale. I felt the ghosts of the past walking beside me, from Tsars to the new generation forging their future. It was a city of pride and soul-searching. Moscow challenged and inspired me, leaving me in awe. And it was only the beginning. Leaving Moscow, I traveled northwest to St. Petersburg, a striking contrast. If Moscow is Russia's heart, St. Petersburg is its soul. Built by Peter the Great as a window to the west, the city feels distinctly European, with canals and pastel palaces. I spent hours walking along the water, crossing graceful bridges. My most emotional moment came at the Hermitage Museum, room after room of treasures, masterpieces, and the opulent Winter Palace. To stand where the Russian Revolution unfolded was powerful, touching history itself. Navigating the city during the white nights was a challenge. The sun barely sets, casting a magical glow all night. I joined crowds on the Neva River to watch the bridges lift, a citywide celebration of endless daylight. St. Petersburg connected with me deeply, a city of artists, poets, and dreamers. I visited Pushkin's apartment, feeling his creative spirit lingering. The city inspired beauty and turmoil, artistic achievement and political change. It made me feel everything at once: joy, sorrow, awe, and a deep connection to creativity. St. Petersburg was a place of enduring power and inspiration. I left with my heart full. Boarding the Trans-Siberian Railway was a dream come true, a world on wheels crossing Russia's vastness. Siberia conjures images of harshness, but I found breathtaking beauty and warmth. Endless birch forests flashed by, the landscape immense and peaceful. My great Siberian adventure, Lake Baikal, the world's oldest and deepest lake, clear, blue, almost unreal. I took a boat onto its shimmering surface, breathing pure air, overwhelmed by peace. The real heart of Siberia was its people. I stayed in a village dacha, welcomed by a family who spoke little English but communicated through smiles and shared meals. The babushka insisted on feeding me homemade pies and fish soup. Her kindness unforgettable. Siberia shattered my preconceptions. Not a place of exile, but of wonder and resilience. The people had a deep connection to their land and a quiet strength. Siberia taught me that the most remote places hold the most profound beauty and warmest hearts. It was a lesson in looking beyond the name to discover the soul of a place. To truly understand a country, you must taste its food, and Russian cuisine is a journey in itself. Hearty, comforting, made with love. Borscht, pelmeni, each family with its own recipe. I was invited to a banya, a traditional sauna. Steam, birch leaves, cold plunges, tea and snacks, a ritual of cleansing and connection. But what I remember most are the faces. The old woman selling flowers, the young soldier in Red Square, the train attendant who became a mother figure. Each face told a story, a glimpse into a life and history not my own. These encounters taught me that people are the true heart of any place. It's in sharing a meal, a tradition, or a smile that you find the real Russia. Not in palaces or headlines, but in everyday moments of connection. The generosity and hospitality I was shown were overwhelming. I arrived as a stranger, but was made to feel like a friend. These memories of food, tradition, and faces are my most precious souvenirs. Russia's heart beats in its people. Russia's soul sings through its art and music, its legacy everywhere. In St. Petersburg, you feel Dostoevsky's characters, hear Tchaikovsky's music in the air. This heritage isn't just in museums, it's alive in the streets. I attended a ballet at the Mariinsky Theatre. Pure magic, grace, and passion that transcended language. The audience's collective gasp, the shared sigh, art's universal power to move us. On the Trans-Siberian, a passenger played Russian folk songs on an accordion. Soon, the whole carriage was singing. I didn't know the words, but I knew the feeling: joy, sorrow, love for the motherland. This music was the soundtrack to the landscape rolling by. Russian art expresses toska, deep yearning, but also joy and a fierce love of beauty. It's this mix of melancholy and passion that makes Russian art so powerful. It speaks to the complexities of the human heart. This immersion in culture touched me profoundly. Russia's art left an indelible mark on mine. This journey completely changed my perspective on Russia. Before, my image was shaped by news and old spy films. Grey, cold, intimidating. But the Russia I found was bursting with color, warmth, and diversity. Immense beauty, deep history, vibrant modern energy. Nothing like I expected. The world is often presented in black and white, but travel adds the color back in. It replaces headlines with handshakes, statistics with real faces. My encounters with ordinary Russians, the babushka in Siberia, the student in Moscow, the artist in St. Petersburg, showed me the human reality behind the political facade. They were proud, aware of challenges, and incredibly generous. This journey taught me the importance of seeing things for myself. The world is too big and wonderful for second-hand opinions. You have to go, listen, and be open to having your mind changed. Russia taught me a country is not its government. It's its people, landscapes, art, food, and stories. I came home with more than souvenirs. I came home with a new understanding. My view of the world expanded. I felt more connected to our global family. Despite our differences, we all seek connection, kindness, and have stories to tell, too. What a journey it has been, from Moscow's grandeur to St. Petersburg's soul, across Siberia's sleeping land. I hope my stories have given you a glimpse into the heart of this incredible country. Travel builds bridges, fosters understanding, and opens hearts. If you ever have the chance, explore the world with an open mind. Let it surprise and change you. This documentary is a labor of love, sharing the magic I found with you. Your support means everything. It fuels the next chapter of this exploration. If my journey has inspired you, I'm grateful. Thank you for joining me on this Russian adventure. I hope it sparked curiosity and wonder in your heart. The world is a vast, beautiful book. Let's keep turning the pages together. Thank you for being part of my journey.